I love them. I need a creamy pint. Actually, that reminds me, I'm getting one right now.
We're doing a show.
No drinking
Well,
on the job.
You're gonna drive like that?
Oh, I mean, don't tell the cops.
Don't call the cops.
I
Is that what
won't.
you said?
I won't. I won't
we
call the
won't
cop.
tell, we
Yeah, I
won't tell.
promise I won't
Can we
tell.
talk about? I'm not gonna mention any names
Don't.
because there could be.
But we can talk about it.
Okay. We were going to an event. You and I, a couple other folk, were going to an event, and we got to the meeting place before the event a little early.
Uh-huh.
Kind of all get together. We're all gonna take one car to the event,
Uh-huh.
and the meeting place happened to have a bar in it.
Uh-huh.
So we were sitting there, and we got some food. We were waiting for the other two friends,
Sure.
and text them because it was getting a little later. Text them, say, "Hey, we're here. We're sitting at the bar. What's up?" And they go, "Oh, you're at the bar. What bar is it?" And we're like, "Oh, we know, just the place we're gonna meet. They have a bar." To which this person replied, "I'll be on my way soon. I'm gonna have a few more beers before I head out."
Yeah.
That's not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
That's not what you want to hear when you're
That
going
was
somewhere.
an interesting choice.
I'm gonna have a couple more beers before I get in my car.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice. Yeah.
Do you think it was a bit? Because I don't.
Is,
Knowing
is
the
this,
person,
Is this what I'm thinking it is?
Yeah, it is.
knowing the person,
Okay.
I know in my heart of hearts that I have no idea if it was a bit or not. It could go either fucking way with that person, pal.
Well, you know, a few more should help.
Hopefully, man. Hopeful fucking Lee. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a good text to get.
Yeah, a few more and then I'll be on my way. Yeah, and that person didn't even seem super duper cooked even.
No. That's what I'm saying. It could have been a bit.
But maybe
I don't know where the bit.
Maybe it
starts and
wasn't
stops.
though. Maybe it wasn't though. And
Avid listeners to the show will know who we're talking about. But yeah, no, I don't know if it was a bit.
yeah, you know.
I will say every time we all get on the fork knife
Mm-hmm.
and chat and play the game,
Mm-hmm.
there's a few that go down the hatch between a couple folk.
I will say, in terms of drinking, I don't drink that much.
You don't drink in game?
I don't drink in game. I don't drink rarely, if ever. Like at this Halloween festival that we were going to
Yeah.
on Saturday,
Yeah.
I probably will have like maybe 2. I'm gonna bring some other stuff, and I will burn that house down.
Please don't burn my house down.
I won't burn your house down.
This is not the Wyatt family compound.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, that's
But you know,
well,
I'm
here's
not
the thing. To break the fourth wall, there's typically like 4, maybe 5 rotating people we game with.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 6, but 4 typically 5 that we rotate when we play like Fortnite or
Mhm.
some other games with. And during that, Evan is literally sending me a picture of him drinking a beer. I don't even have to open my phone.
Yeah, I know. What
I
it
know that's a
is.
picture of Evan holding
Yeah,
a beer.
Yeah.
A Guinness. And typically it's you and me and Ethan and Evan and sometimes Noah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for a fact that as soon as we get on the game, I'm going to get at least 4 pictures between Evan and Ethan about their beers they're drinking. So, to be fair, they drink enough for both of us.
Yeah, that's true.
They're drinking for 4, really.
Yeah.
We should be thanking them. It's in the Discord. He has a picture of him with a beer in the Discord right now.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, this is live. It's live drinking.
Wow.
Can I get a play-by-play of this beer you're
It's
drinking?
exhilarating.
Yeah, give me the
Give
synopsis.
it 5 minutes, it'll be gone.
And I think about the fact that okay, you're straight edge, so it's different. You actively make the choice of I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I am okay with drinking, and like I could drive home tonight and just grab a beer on my way home. People do that.
Yeah.
People do that from work.
Yeah.
They'll just grab a tall boy
Yeah.
can of beer on the way home from work, and that's like their wind down.
Yeah.
But I've never have done that sort of thing, and I don't look to, you know?
See, I drink non-alcoholic beer because I like the taste of beer.
Yeah.
Specifically the Bud Zeros and Coors Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Evan, I guess I'll pose this question to you since it goes kind of in line with what Shane was saying. I think it's a really weird, and I can understand the concept of like, okay, I just got off a hard shift, I'm going to grab beer and go home and chill.
Right.
I can never, and have never understood in my life, the people, grown men, who will go and buy like 2 tall boys and go home? Like, why not buy a 6-pack or a case of beer and just have it at the house? Why are you buying 2 tall boys?
Okay.
It might be the temptation to not get hammered because you don't really get drunk off of 2
Yeah,
tall boys.
I see it.
Is it an alcohol thing? Like, if I'm going to drink 6 if I have 6?
I think.
A lot of people are.
That's
a lot of people,
probably
they have one and they can't. Yeah.
Right. If they have a 6-pack and they only drink 2, they're like, "What the fuck? I can drink 4.
Why would I stop now?
I could have 4 more.
I'm a third of the way done. Why would I stop?
Why would I not have the whole thing?" And okay, you want to jump even deeper into like psychology and stuff.
Alcoholism, yeah, I do.
I think that is more problem of like we get the fries and we feel like we have to finish it all.
Yeah, that's fair.
We are very much a society.
I gotta finish what I pay for.
Right, in America, of like if you order fast food or whatever, if you paid for it, you have to eat all of that shit.
Yeah.
And so I wonder, and I don't know, but I wonder if that is like a similar psychology of like you see the 6-pack and you see that there's only 2 gone, and you're like, well, I have to keep drinking. Like I have to do the rest. I don't know. I have no idea if that's how it works, but
Evan, you explain, because you buy a 6-pack like a week, right?
Yeah, I usually have a 6-pack every week or 2 weeks. I just have it on the weekends.
but you'll have like what, 1 a day
I'll
or
have
2?
a pint or 2 pints a day.
Okay, yeah, right.
And that's not bad, but there's a lot of people that like they will start drinking and they can't stop.
Yeah.
And
No,
they
it's
just
called
like
bad.
the feeling of getting drunk, and they're like, "Oh, I'm just getting drunker. It's gonna be better. Like the next beer is gonna be better." And you taste it less the more that you drink it.
Right.
Hey, the best beer is always the next one.
Amen.
Yeah.
I just came up with that on the spot, by the way.
There's the 2 best kinds of beer are a free beer and a cold beer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the 2.
Yeah.
So, that's and then I guess yours. Yeah, the next one. That's good. That's good.
Well, because like I understand, like someone will buy a bottle of wine and they'll be like, "Oh, well, I've already drank this much of it. I might as well finish it." But like beers are individually packaged.
Well, and a lot of times you can't like
Reseal.
Yeah, you can't reseal wine unless you have like a recorker, which
Recorker, I hardly know her.
Hey. But
Hey,
yeah, so that's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
report you, buddy.
that might be a part
Wouldn't
of
be
it
the
too.
first.
Of like, well, fuck, I can't close it, so I
Yeah.
guess we'll just finish it.
Go home, open all 6 bottles. Ah, fuck.
Oh
I gotta
no!
drink
Well, I guess I have to finish them.
them.
But yeah, I don't know. I just don't drink that. I don't drink that much, and I don't think of drinking like that. That's not. Now, granted, I smoke like a fucking chimney, so
Dude loves his Camel Crush menthols.
legit. I actually do love Camel Crushes. No joke. Like I will burn a Camel
Everyone
Crush.
around me does.
They're good. They taste like like not a cigarette, which makes me want to smoke it even more.
A Camel Crush menthol?
No, I've never had one.
They're
I've always
good.
been a Marlboro guy. I've never
That's
had
what
any
I'm
other
saying.
cigarette other than a Camel.
Well,
Yeah, Marlboro Reds are the way to go.
it's more about the crush of it all.
That's
'Cause
the Camel.
yeah, because you have there's a little like flavor ball in the filter, and you have to pop it, and then the cigarette tastes like the cigarette will actually have like flavor to it.
I used to know people that would buy Camel Crush menthols and not pop the ball. They
First,
just liked the taste
I
of
didn't even
the
know there
cigarette
was a
without
ball.
the ball.
first time I ever
dang.
smoked a Camel Crush, I couldn't pop the ball, so I just had to smoke the cigarette.
Smoked it raw.
I was like, "Yeah, guys, it tastes so good."
He was like, it tastes like a cigarette.
It tastes like a cigarette. Fuck this. Yeah.
I was gonna say something about drinking. I was gonna say, excuse me, that I think with our generation, BYOB is implied now more than ever. Like
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
like if I'm having a party, and again, I don't drink, so I'm never on the receiving end of this, but if I'm having a party, I'm going to buy a beer for the party, but like I feel like people just are gonna bring whatever they're drinking regardless.
And it's weird to say this, but it feels like that might even be like a post-COVID thing. Like
Really?
I feel like even pre-COVID, that was a little bit more popular of just being like, well, I have this beer and this beer and this beer, and that's the selection for the night. And now I feel like it's, I don't know. Maybe that's just.
See, I thought it was like a generational thing because
And
I
it
don't
could
see,
be
I don't
that
see
too.
anyone in our age range going to a party and be like, "Oh, there's no beer here. I'm just gonna get out of here." Whereas, like in the '80s,
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah,
happening.
no, that's a good point. People.
And now people are like, "Well, I know I'm gonna drink Reds, so I'm gonna bring some Reds."
Well, here's the other thing with that too. You want to scope out. That's definitely like a societal. We're a lot more shut in as a society. We're not like help thy neighbor as a society as we used to be. You know.
We can't possibly supply beer for everyone.
Well, like that's how it used to be, though. You know, like a college frat would have a party and it'd be like, okay, 3 kegs is gonna be enough beer for everyone. And now you go to a college party and everyone has their own case of beer or whatever. Everyone
Right.
brings their own thing. You
But
know,
on
like
the flip side of that, see, when I host a party, I'm never like, and again, I don't have the other hand of it, but I'm never like, oh, everyone will just bring their own beer. I'm going to have beer, but you can bring whatever you would like on top of it.
yeah, I think no matter what, I think that's just more about being a good host or not.
I think
If
it'd be
you're-
really shitty if you're like, well, these are my Budweisers that I bought, so if you want something, you bring it.
I mean, I think that's that's why BYOB is a saying.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think we need it anymore because everyone does it anyway. I feel like BYOB is just implied more times than not.
So, like, I'll say this. For my wedding, we specifically implied BYOB because we didn't want to have to pay for everybody's alcohol.
I think that's a little different, though, because, like, that is something where, like,
But at the same time, we did buy
alcohol.
alcohol for people to drink. So, like, I think I see that side. And, like, I think we applied that same method of, like,
You can't go wrong with adding BYOB.
yeah, I think that from now in today's day and age, because people are going to bring their own beer no matter what, I think in today's day and age, that's just more of like a safety net. It's more like, okay,
I know there is going to be at least these 6 beers here.
I know that these beers are mine. I know that what I bought here is mine, and there are going to be other people bringing their own beer because I specified on the. And if they get mad, or if they don't have, that's their own fault. You know,
Well,
they can go to the store really quick.
Let me ask both of you guys this. You go to a party,
Mm-hmm.
it's BYOB. You buy 6-pack of whatever you're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You show up, put it in the cooler, open a beer, start walking around.
Mm-hmm.
Are you upset if you see someone go and grab one of your beers?
No, I just go and grab
No.
someone else's.
Yeah?
Yeah,
No,
it
no,
just
yeah,
starts a
I'm
chain
not,
effect.
No, because I buy packs not just for me, but for other people. Like I'll
Evan's like,
I'll
I go
buy,
to
like,
Costco and get fucking 60 racks of beer daily.
no,
Just for in
like,
case anyone
if
else
I'm
needs
going to an
it.
event, I'll grab like a 30-pack and I'll put it in the cooler or something like that.
Mm.
And if I see somebody grab it, I'm like, yeah, you got it. Yeah, thanks.
And I think though, and specifically in a situation of I bring a 6-pack to a party, like a 6-pack bottle of Angry Orchards or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
I'm drinking that night to the party, and I see someone with that, and I know I'm the only one that brought them or whatever, and I see someone else drinking one, I would point it out to that person. I'd be like, good, like, clink, whatever,
Yeah.
and then I would go take one of whatever someone else.
What else is in there?
Where I would take if I wanted another drink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
If yours were drank
and I
you
wanted another
drink.
one. Right. Then I'm going in.
I like
'Cause-
the thought of Evan pulling up and is like, "Hey guys, I got a 64 rack of beer if anyone wants one." And he sets in the cooler. He's like, "Just in case anyone wants a beer." And they're like, "Evan, this is a funeral." He's like, "I guess I'll have
No,
to drink
dude.
them all then."
Well,
No, dude. Okay, so I have similar experience, not with a funeral, but it was last month. So my church puts on these little social events like every 2
You're
weeks,
getting plastered in
and
church.
I'm the only dude that one of the only dudes that shows up with a case of beer.
Because it's
And
church.
there's some beer in like, hey, it's okay. You could drink. You can have a couple beers. But I'll show up like to the parish, like the social event. And like there will be some beers in the cooler, but then it's just like 3 cans of course on top of all of it. And it's all mine. And nobody grabs it except for me. They'll have other beers or like they'll have other stuff, but they
so
don't grab
exactly
the
what I
course.
described.
he's oversupplying.
He brought 60 beers in case anyone wants them, and I guess I gotta drink them all. now.
Well, I guess I'll just
I didn't drink 'em
I guess I'll
all.
just get super
I'm
fucked
the
up.
cornhole champ. Just saying.
Oh, hey, I can't deny that.
Evan walks into Sunday service and goes, "Ksh, what, no one else? I guess I'll finish them. In
Guess
the
I
back
gotta
queue
do
of
it.
The cooler.
I went
Crushing
to,
him on his
I went to
head.
one last night. to be honest, man, it wasn't that like I didn't do that, but I went to there was a bowling alley. They had like a little event going on at the bowling alley over here, and it's I don't know why it's just really funny because I I go to a Catholic parish for those listeners, and just seeing my priest just sit there at the bar, and he's just chilling there. Like there's like like Lil Yachty playing over the radio, and just my priest just sitting there at the bar, like impatient. He's like, we
Just
looked over at me, he was
fucking
talking about the
pounding
bartender. He's like,
Heinekens.
is this guy? He said something along the lines of like, what's going on? It's like, is this guy like ignoring us? I was like, just chill out, dude. I was like,
You drink in
he's
the
busy.
ditch? You drinking in the ditch?
I do drink in the ditch.
That's pretty
I
cool.
actually still have a PBR that's not opened yet because we went on a hike like
In his work
2,
locker.
3 weeks ago, and there was a dude on top of like the summit of like the mountain we hiked who cracked a PBR. He brought beer to the summit of a mountain,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Oh man, I need to get one now," and I haven't opened it since.
Mm.
I just have a tall boy of PBR sitting there in my fridge.
Am I the only one that thinks it's really funny when people like buy or bring beer to high school sports?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Come
love
on.
it.
Like,
I would
buddy,
do
this
it.
isn't
Dude.
a Browns game.
Come
You don't need a
on.
pregame.
Yeah.
Fucking
You don't got to do all that. These are freshmen.
tailgating at the
Yeah.
fucking middle school flag
Dude, I'm
football.
so I love high school games, dude.
Evan,
I would do that. That's me.
Evan's tailgating at 6 a.m. They're still in class. He's like in the student parking lot just getting hammered. Come on, go Bearcats! Ah!
Study up, Frank. We need you on the field tonight.
Come
Just yelling
on.
into the windows of the kids. Just right in front of the bus.
We need you
garage.
eligible. We need you eligible, pal.
He's got his little portable grill out. Do you like tailgate?
What do you mean
culture?
you're doing pre-calc? What is that bullshit?
No, I don't like tailgate culture.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about tailgating.
I think it promotes excessive drinking and dependency on a athletic team.
That's the big part you hate is the athletic team.
Well, here's the
Like,
thing.
I would love tailgating if we did it for other things that weren't sports.
Here's the thing.
Wrestling, dude.
I live in.
Wrestling, people do that a lot.
That'd be cool. Well, like I think about like people go to Blossom.
Yeah.
So we have a big music
Oh, yeah.
venue in Northeast Ohio,
Everyone knows Blossom.
and it's like just a big open field essentially.
Sucks.
And people will go and park in the parking lot 4 or 5 hours beforehand and just get trashed in the parking lot because again it's just a big empty field, and then they'll go scan their tickets, and then they are either already super trashed while the concert's going on and they're in the lawn, or they'll buy like a $7 beer, a couple $7 beers, and get even more trashed, or like sneak beer or joints, weed, whatever in. But so yeah, I forget where I was going with that.
Is beer that good that you need to spend $7 to $12 on it at a sporting event?
No.
No, but people want to drink it enough that they will spend that much. Oh, but I live in Cleveland, and I like with the Muni lot
Yeah,
and shit like that. Tailgating culture is so prevalent.
Not for much longer there.
Yeah, not for much longer. I mean, listen, those people will find another
Oh,
place
yeah,
to tailgate like
yeah.
that because it's literally like a group of anywhere from 20 to 60-year-olds every what is it Sunday morning, every Monday morning,
Usually every Sunday.
every Sunday whenever the Browns play, and they'll tailgate and they get trashed. Like you can consistently week after week
Yeah.
watch videos of the Muni lot. MUNI lot.
To the point where it's not worth going downtown
Right.
on a Sunday, regardless if you're going for sports or not.
Right.
If there's a Browns game, it's not worth it.
Not worth it. They're terrible. And it just seems like, why would I want to get shit-faced drunk early in the morning in the winter to watch a shitty football team lose a game?
And not only, this is why you gotta listen to Behind Enemy Lines, because this is a complete opposite take, apparently.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right.
People who don't like sports talking about it. No, the opposite, or I'm sorry, the thing on top of it is not only is that in the fucking parking lot, in the Muni lots before the game, early in the morning, like you said,
Mhm.
not only is that happening, at the same time, every bar in town is doing the same thing.
Yeah. You go to a bar
Oh, yeah.
downtown early in the morning
Yeah.
when like pre-gaming for a Browns game,
8
and
a.m.
they're bumping.
Yeah.
They're just as bumping
Exactly.
as the Saturday night before.
Yeah.
Which is like
Any bar, any
ridiculous.
restaurant,
And like
any, like
I can fathom.
Buffalo Wild Wings,
Yeah.
bowling alleys,
Yeah.
they're packed.
I like in college, I went to OSU, and so being down in Columbus on game day, like you would get fucked up all day. You would wake up, you get fucked up, but we were in college.
Right.
That was what you did.
Yeah, that's what college kids do.
That was like part of the decorum.
These
That's-
dudes are in their 40s in face paint.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
We're in a jersey for a quarterback who hasn't been in the city in 12 years.
Yeah. Like give
On
it a
their-
rest,
on
dude.
their 5th beer at 8:05.
Yeah.
Like I was on those lines. I
You
remember
work in
watching TV 10
construction.
years ago.
Like, stop. Chill. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
They're gonna lose.
And like Evan said, I don't understand the whole culture of like, oh, let's go get fucking plastered at a bowling alley while the Browns play.
Yeah.
Are you really watching the Browns? Why would you wait till this day? You could do that at any time.
Yeah, right.
You're just
right.
making it more inconvenient.
Right.
And you're not watching the game. Come on.
Yeah. So basically we hate football over here. Football fucking sucks.
This is the polar opposite of behind enemy lines.
Yeah. We are
We're opposing shows now.
we are in front of enemy lines.
We are
The,
the
yeah.
enemy.
Yeah, we are the enemy, right.
Yeah,
Get
we're
off
the
our
enemy.
lines.
That's a good name.
I
That's a
know
good name in that aspect.
We are the enemy?
No, behind enemy lines.
in front
Oh,
of
yeah,
enemy
yeah.
lines.
Because we don't give a fuck about sports. No one on this program gives a fuck about
It really
sports.
is a double entendre because it's a Cleveland show and Pittsburgh's the point.
Yeah, right.
But like works well for the station too.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
we shit on sports any chance we get.
And they're two big sports people who
Yeah.
love a sports show. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good show though,
Yeah. No, definitely check it out.
and I like football enough to listen to it. It's like I'll passively understand. Like, I don't know player stats. But, like,
yeah.
I'll watch a game.
That's-
Well, and that's the thing with like sports people. They know everything.
But that's the thing I am with wrestling, and that's how I have to equate it.
Fair.
Like, I know way too much about the fucking.
That's
wrestling
valid.
product.
And that's valid. And that's valid.
Like, I shouldn't be able to tell you every wrestler's height from fucking 2007. That shouldn't be a thing that I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. But I think that's the male brain. I think that's how the male brain works. You get fixated on one thing, and it just locks you in for life.
Male brain, huh?
Yeah.
Sun, rain, sleet, snow, or hail. The male brain.
Yeah.
Always
That's,
thinking about packaging and shipping costs.
The only time I really
What?
like, or enjoy sports.
It was a USPS joke. The male,
Oh, the
the
male,
male
brain.
God,
Fuck
I'm
you.
funny.
Fuck you.
God, I'm so funny.
Fuck you.
Evan, whatever you're gonna say that.
The only time I ever really enjoy, I guess, sports is when it's on the radio. I actually do like listening to like
Oh,
baseball radio
well.
sometimes.
WSRR radio weekday mornings. You can listen to it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, I like live baseball radio. Like hearing Cleveland play, Tribe.
Like Ted Williams.
I don't know. It's kind of nostalgic because I remember my grandfather would listen to it all the time. My uncles would listen to it. I'm in the car with them, and I don't know any of the players or anything, but I'll just like listen to it, and I'll get hyped with my family. Like I don't know.
Interesting.
I hate baseball.
Yeah, I don't like baseball either.
It's standing. It's a game about standing and waiting.
I just feel like all sports, you're wasting your time. Hockey's cool because there's fighting. I like it when they fight during hockey.
Oh, it's fast paced.
Yeah, and
Well,
when
hockey's
they
kind of hard
and
to
when they
watch
kiss.
because you can't really see the puck.
Yeah,
That's
You
how
have
you
no
should-
idea where the hell the puck is.
right. It's all over the place, and when they kiss on the lips too, it's pretty crazy.
That is a good part. When they're in the penalty
Yeah,
box,
when they
just
grab
smooching.
each other's butts and they
Yeah.
just pull each other in with their skates and start kissing.
I like
Ah.
watching golf when the one guy after he hits his first drive will turn around and grab the other guy's putter and give it a little jerk, and they'll have a playful little banter and slap butts, and they'll get in the cart and one always sits on the other's lap.
Yeah, I like watching
Yes,
UFC
it
like
does.
when they come on each other's faces.
They're always cuddling and touching each other.
Yeah, and coming and yeah, I
Yeah.
like.
I love gay sports.
Preceding program is a StylesRebelRadio.com production.